Well, it's officially fall in Montana, and it's snowing. Birkenstocks with socks? Check. Reclining with a cardigan? Check. Loyal sidekick that's subjugated to girls, giving him a pink blanket even though he's a male? Check. It's getting cold. Too cold, too soon, November. Going to my local music shop to pick up a new chord. Like, all my chords are bad. Quit nagging me. Hey, it's Aaron, and this video is about the Fender Sidekick Reverb 25. I picked this up at a local pawn shop for pretty cheap. It is a lot of rusty. Let's see if I can clean all that up. Yeah, it's got some wear on there. I'll get it in the best shape I can. First, want to test it out. Pretty simple, 25 watt, 2 inputs, and then all the knobs. But this one's all about the reverb. So let's plug it in and find out how it sounds. I was told once to never go full reverb, but I'm going for it. Full reverb, baby. Got my new cable here. The input doesn't look great. Heard some reverb going on. That channel's gonna need some fixing. It's a solid state amp with a 10-inch speaker, 25 watts. Found this at a pawn shop for cheap. It's got some wear and tear and some rust. Gonna pull it apart and clean it up, but just wanted to plug it in and hear how it sounds first. So it does have a pedal switch for the reverb. Got the reverb cranked up. Without. With. Yeah, it has those little reverb coils in there. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, that sounds an awful lot like a Pearl Jam song. Well, I tried to play it the right way, and I can't. I'm just not good enough. I tried, watched a tutorial, does this Jimi Hendrix thumb over, inverted chord thing. Just can't do it. I suck. You know, I was a bass player in punk bands for years. I'm surprised I even know how to tune this thing. I gave it a shot. That's all I got. Anyways, want to pull this thing apart, see what it's all about, cleaned it up. Seems to be playing fine except for that first input. So I'm going to try to fix that, see if I can find the exact year this thing was built. Might have a stamp in there. Said it's late 80s to early 90s. All right, let's get to it. Paul says you have to stick around to the end of this video. I'll play better, I promise. Won't I, buddy? I'll play real good at the end. Yeah, yeah. Here's a look at the back. Ports for headphones, preamp, output, main amp output. Made in Taiwan. There's the serial number. Speaker looks good, just dirty. Gonna pull it all apart, clean it up. Normally I'd be working in the basement, but it's too cold for me still. I gotta get acclimated again. Quiet, Paul. Gonna see if I can get some of this rust off the screws. Got some backups from the hardware store just in case. I lost my magnetic screw holder, so I'm gonna have to use a cup instead. I don't know how I lost that thing. I just magneted it to the side of my toolbox, but didn't do it this time. Some tape on here. Let's see what's underneath. Oh, it's fine. I thought it'd be ripped, but they just put tape on it for some reason. Looks like this could have been a cozy home for some mice at one point. That's the spring reverb tank where the magic happens. That's pretty cruddy. I'm gonna clean that up too. Got all these dirty knobs. Oh. Always a stubborn one. Not cool bass. Thought we were homies. Yeah, these are all funky under here. I really need to get a proper tool for this. Let's pull it out anyway, see what we got. Well, I do have a proper tool for that. I'm just too lazy to go find it. This guy in here is giving me grief. I'm just gonna cut it loose, get the screw out later. Don't cut the cable. All right, get a look in there. Some corrosion all around. Get those all cleaned up. Not too bad in here. Past inspection, June 15th, looks like 1997. That's when this was built, 1997. A little funky in there too. Just want to get this reverb box out of here. I don't know if it's glued to here or what, but it doesn't want to come off. It's going to be tough to reach. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Nope. All right. Looks pretty awful on the outside, but inside it looks nice. That's where the magic happens. Again, need a better tool for this part. I think it's like 30 degrees in the basement right now, so unless it's an emergency, I ain't going down there. They're twisting off pretty easy anyway. My girlfriend's gonna be thrilled that I'm working in the house, making a mess. Also, probably that I'm working on this and not painting the bathroom. So I was gonna do that like 3 months ago. At least I'm not buying new guitars yet. There we have the speaker. Also in good shape, just dirty. Take that with me into the shower. All right, it's early out day with the kids, so I gotta go get them. That's probably all I'll get finished today because it's impossible to get anything done with them. Probably just boil those screws up, pick it up again tomorrow. Snow. Excited about the snow? Hope you have an umbrella.
Huh?
What's you swinging that thing? Cardigan's surprisingly warm. Nice wool cardigan. Doing the old vinegar over water bath. All the yuck. All right, day 2. Kind of dragging today because it's another gloomy day. It's also half the price day at the thrift store, so I'm gonna pop in there just to mix the day up a little bit before I get started. Well, the thrift store is a bust. Road Bike was kind of cool in there. They wanted $400 for it. $200 in half price day. They are high. Hopefully they get it together, man. That's no good. This is all a mess in here. Not sure how I'm gonna clean that. I'm surprised that second input even worked. So just try to get a wire brush or something in there. I'd like to replace them, but I can't even get these off. All right, got that all cleaned up best I could. Short of replacing those, that's not much more I can do. Alright, enough messing around. Time to get this thing put together. See if I made it worse or better. It's all cleaned up. Put the logo back on there. On this power tool and break it. Lining this up is going to be tricky. Found it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The trick was just to make sure this is fully flushed up here. Cleaning the 2 inputs best I could, but that's what I'm most worried about. I may have to pull this off and completely replace them. Alright, that one doesn't want to line up. Yes, broke too soon. Gotta turn the screwdriver the right way. Better? Doesn't matter, putting these back on. This whole piece comes out. There's one just by these 4 screws if I do have to go back into there. I think he's awake. Barking in your sleep, buddy? Remember that special tool I was talking about, not wanting to go to the basement to get? Well, I got it. And it made my life easier. Well, okay, another screw up I did. I accidentally boiled the knobs with the hardware. So now they're kind of gray. See how it looks, but these are easily replaceable. I might even have some in the basement. Actually kind of looks cool with the gray. Alright, get those all roughly halfway point. Except for the reverb, you're going all the way. Get everything plugged back in back here, and it should be set. Cord's all tidy. Just because I cut it. Back over there. Alright. Moment of truth. Okay, looking good. Just one last finishing detail. Super gluing the skin on. Oh, got some paper towel in there. Now, one thing worth bringing up is there is an interesting question on whether Paul Rivera was involved with this amp. It's a little late for where he's known to be involved with Fender in the early 80s, but there are some similarities to what he said.
It was my desire to create the ultimate pocket rocket.
That in some people say on the interweb that it was designed by him. I would say maybe they took some ideas that he'd been doing. Maybe he oversaw it. I don't know how much involved he was. It was that compact design, and it did share the same 10-inch speaker as the Fender Super Champ.
We developed a really cool 10-inch speaker for this amplifier, specifically for this amplifier when I was at Fender.
But anyways, let's give it a try and see how it sounds now it's all cleaned up. Okay, first off, let's check that input 1. It's giving quite a crackle before. Alright, it does sound better, but this sound is really low. I wonder if that's, I don't really understand the difference between input 1s and 2s. I know it has to do sometimes with pickups and stuff. Maybe this guitar being that single humbucker doesn't work well in input 1. Anybody know any feedback on that? I'd love to hear it. But let's try 2. Alright, definitely have the volume there. Not sure about that one, but we'll go with input 2 for now. All right, let's see if this thing can. Yeah, not too bad. That's just cranking up the gain and volume on this Squire Bullet with a single humbucker. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any information about why I'm having trouble with input 1. And also if you know if there was Paul Rivera involvement in this. Thanks for watching.